So, hi to everyone. So right now I will explain to you about one of the topic that we learn in microeconomics, which is elasticity. So, the presenter will be me and my friends, Ikwan. In the topic of elasticity, it is divided into two main topics, which is elasticity of demand and elasticity of supply. But today, I'm only gonna explain to you guys about the elasticity of demand. So, let's continue. Elasticity demands means the responsive or the quantity demanded of a commodity to change in one of the variables on which demand depends. And the percentage change in quantity demanded divided by the percentage in one of the variables on which demand depends. Do you guys know what is the variable that the demands depends on? So right now, I will explain about it one by one. The first is price of commodity. The second one is price of related commodities. Next is consumers' income. So the others is just etc. So there are three types of elasticity of demand. The first is price elasticity, and the second is income elasticity, and the last one is trust elasticity. So let's go through it one by one. So the first subtopic of elasticity of demand is price elasticity. Price elasticity measures how factors such as price and income affect the demand for a product. It also measures how the change in a product price affect its associated demand. So there are two formula to calculate the price elasticity, which the first one is percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in price. Other than the formula that I just stated just now, there are another formula that we can use, which is change in quantity over original quantity times original price over change in price. So you can choose either you want to use the first formula or the second formula. It is up to you. In the modern worlds, the economists measure the price elasticity based on its coefficients. So, right now, there are four coefficients, which is the first one is perfectly inelastic, where the PED is equal to 0, and the graph will look like the first one. And the second one is inelastic, where the PED is between 0 until 1. And as you can see, the graph is obviously different from the first one. So we go to the next one. The third one is elastic, or its other name is unit elastic. This is its PED is equal to 1, which you can see the graph right here. And the last one is perfectly elastic, where the PED is more than 1. It's almost the same with the first graph earlier, but the position is different. So we can differentiate all the four graphs of the coefficients. There are several factors that affect the price elasticity, which I have listed 5 of them. So the first one is number of substitute available, and the next one is price of product in relation to income. So the number 3 is cost of substitution. Number 4 is brand loyalty, and the last one is necessary goods. So that's all that I can explain about the price elasticity. So we go to the next one. We go to the next subtopic of elasticity of demand, which is income elasticity. So income elasticity of demand means it's measure how factors such as price and income affect the demand of the products. Other than that, it measure how the change in a consumer income affect the demand for a specific product. So the short form for the income elasticity of demand is YED. Right now, we go to the formula. The formula is percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in income. So, as you can see, we use this formula to calculate the income elasticity of the consumer. Income elasticity of demand is divided into two, which is positive YED and negative YED. For the positive YED, it is for normal goods and luxuries. The YED is more than zero. When the consumer's income increase, the demand for these goods also increase. And the opposite is the negative YED. The negative YED is for inferior goods, where the YED is less than zero. So inferior goods are called inferior because they usually have superior alternative. So this is the graph for the income elasticity of demand. So you can learn about it yourself. The last subtopic for the elasticity of demand is cross elasticity. Elasticity of demand is responsiveness of demand for a product in relation to the change in the price of another related product. And the relevant word is related. Unrelated products have zero elasticity of demand. So let's see the formula for this subtopic. So this is the formula. EC means the cross elasticity, while the QX on the left side means the original demand of commodity X, and the QX on the right side means the change in demand of X, while PY at the left means the original price of commodity Y, and the last one for the PY on the right side is the change in price of Y. So that is the meaning of the formula. So in cross elasticity of demand, it is divided into two parts, which is substitute and complementary products. So for substitute products, it is goods that are in direct competition. It's increase in the price of one product which will lead to the increase in demand for the competing product. Then, the cross elasticity value for two substitute goods is always positive quality. And the more positive the cross elasticity of demand. And next is even a minor change in the price of one product highly affect the demand for substitute products. However, if the related product is a weak substitute, the demand will be less cross-elastic, but it's still positive. Change in the price of a product might not greatly affect the demand in substitute. So this is the graph for the first part. The second part is complementary products. So complementary products mean products that are in demand together. The cross elasticity of demand for two complementary products is always negative. The stronger the complementary relationship between two products, the more negative the cross elasticity coefficient would be. So this is the graph. For information, I will give you an example for the complementary products, which is coffee and the filter paper. Because if we want to make the coffee, we will need the filter paper to make it more delicious. So that is the end of my explanation of elasticity of demand. So I hope you understand what I have explained to you. That's all from me. Thank you.